So, Jeffy's parents. It seems a lot of you guys really like this. Will this live up to all the hype, or no? Well, let's find out. Also, I'm joined by this pinhead with glasses made of sun. Introduce yourself.
The king of pinheads has been summoned to make our frickin' video. Alrighty then. So the video starts out with Jeffy not eating his green beans, as per usual, and then he throws away his green beans. He lies, Mario gets mad, and Rosalina tries to cover for him. Pretty typical stuff. But I think it's good to show it just to establish it in the context of the episode, just so Mario's actions are a little bit more justified later on.
Meanwhile, we see on the news that Jacques-Pierre Francois has died and has left all of his inheritance to his son. How is this relevant? Well, if you haven't figured it out yet, you'll find out soon. Also, I do like the fact that they're referencing back to previous videos as opposed to just making up a new character out of nowhere. Well, kinda. Mario goes and checks for Jeffy's green beans, and when he sees them behind the couch, he gets mad at Jeffy. Also, Jeffy says he rubbed his pee-pee all over the remote. Wonderful. Mario tells Jeffy to stand in the corner, and while he's telling Jeffy to do this, Mario gets a phone call. Jeffy doesn't even know what a corner is, and Mario goes into the other room to answer the call.
The call is from Goodman. Goodman tells him about a lady that dropped off a kid about a year ago. Mario starts having a little seizure and rushes to tell Rosalina. Rosalina is trying to get Jeffy to apologize, but of course Mario doesn't give a flying, flicking, frushini frick and tells Rosalina the news.
Rosaline is upset by this news, and Jeffy says, "Oh no, not again," when he hears this. Mario tells Rosalina to get Jeffy prepared, and then we see Jeffy preparing to meet his real mother, and he seems very upset by this. We hear the doorbell ring, and we see Jeffy's real mom, who looks like a homeless person, to use the term lightly. She introduces herself as Nancy, and she decides after seeing Jeffy to just kinda, invite herself in.
She seems really excited to see Jeffy, and she spits on Mario for $1, because they're really trying to emphasize the point she's discussing. Jeffy doesn't really want to go, and he explains the backstory of what happened before the video, Mario's babysitter, and a little bit during it. Essentially, Jeffy's mom hated him for pretty much the same reasons as Mario, wrote Jeffy on his shirt, and sent him on his way.
Jeffy was told to knock on every door he could until he found someone who would take him in. And it just so happened that Mario, with great reluctance, took him in. Although by the end of it, it was more forced because of Officer Brooklyn Guy's rule of finders keepers. Yeah, you guys remember that. And after this, the events since Jeffy arrived play out as normal. And then Nancy begins hitting Jeffy, telling Jeffy not to lie to them, even though this is clearly the truth.
Then Jeffy gets taken away after a lot of hesitation, and Rosalina starts scolding Mario. Mario is of course already frustrated and tells her to leave and says he's glad Jeffy's being beaten. When everything's quiet, Mario goes to sit down and then kind of starts missing Jeffy in a weird kind of way. This scene gets a lot better when it's in context with the rest of the video, so I'll definitely be saving that for later in the video when we get to the conclusion.
Mario's thoughts are interrupted when he hears the cat piano. Mario instinctively yells at Jeffy, but it's actually just Pee-Pee Suck. Yeah, remember him? Mario picks up the cat piano and puts it on the couch, then we cut to Nancy and Jeffy complains he's hungry. Nancy yells at him, telling Jeffy that he doesn't get to eat for a week, and then we cut back to Mario playing with the cat piano, and Mario has to stop himself from interrupting his own quiet time, noting how quiet it is.
So then after that, dabhdude rants for about a minute. Oh wait, that's the wrong video. Jeffy jumps out of the car and runs to Mario's house. Mario locks out Jeffy and references the locked out video. Considering how Logan's been making videos with the same premises but with different characters, would you really be surprised if they actually made this video in the future? Anyways, Mario lets Jeffy inside, but only for the time it takes for his mom to get back.
Mario and Jeffy sit on the couch, and Jeffy says Mario found his cat piano. This is a minor gripe I have whenever Jeffy's cat piano is mentioned though. Jeffy says Mario ate his cat piano, despite the fact he got a new one for his birthday, so this makes no sense. It isn't a deal breaker by any means, but whenever it's mentioned, it is noticeable because they're trying to use continuity, but forgetting Jeffy's birthday exists. Jeffy asks Mario to play his cat piano, and Mario refuses, but Jeffy bets that Mario has been playing it. Mario denies this, and then asks Jeffy if he's going to play with it, with Jeffy saying he doesn't want to annoy Mario.
Mario decides it's way too quiet, so he'll let Jeffy play his cat piano for a bit, which is somewhat nice foreshadowing for the end, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Jeffy's mom shows up, and Mario debates if he should let her take Jeffy or just keep Jeffy. Mario lets her in, but he has a plan. When she starts beating Jeffy for running away, my main man, Officer Brooklyn Guy, shows up.
Officer Brooklyn Guy arrests her, and then explains to Mario that he has two options on what to do with Jeffy. He can either send him to foster care, or Mario can adopt Jeffy. After much reluctance, Mario chooses to go with the heartwarming ending of adopting Jeffy. Officer Brooklyn Guy then says that he found something in Nancy's purse, which just so happened to be the missing piece of the note that was revealed in Jeffy's birthday. Oh, so I guess Logan does remember that video, huh?
Mario and Jeffy learn that the painter from the beginning of the video was Jeffy's father, and that he's 12 years old. Mario, Rosalina, and Jeffy all sit together while the video ends with Jeffy playing on his cat piano and Mario letting him play it.
In the end, I really liked this video. This video had tons of interesting and heartwarming moments. It had some backstory into Jeffy and why he acts the way he does. And then there was the ending, which I really liked. While yes, some could nitpick, Josh, I gave cute dude this video. And while I didn't like the cat piano continuity errors, that's not enough to bump it down from a perfect score. An S rank, which goes to videos that are 5 out of 5 or color blue range rating, but go above and beyond. Alright Avis, your turn.
This video, God, where do I even start? I think one of the main things I love about this video is how well the characters are portrayed. Almost every single scene in this video, minus the beginning exposition, either develops a character or just adds to their personality. The characters' actions all made sense, and it's because of how well the video progressively sets up their personalities. There were some jokes here or there that definitely worked, but the tone was fairly serious. And it works here because the video uses it to its advantage. Instead of making things too melodramatic or obnoxiously serious, the tone comes off as very smooth and is naturally implemented into the story.
Well, thank y'all for watching, and take care.
Avis Reviews, signing the frick out!
So, whose idea was it to adopt him?
Greetings everybody, just wanted to let you all know at the end of the video that you guys should really go subscribe to Avis Reviews. He makes some good, well, reviews, it's in the channel name really. So go check him out, you will not be disappointed. I personally really like his reviews, so yeah, go check him out. Thank you all for watching, and take care.